much for joining us on this absolute Saturday. As above, so below. We're talking about Saturnian energy or Saturn energy, the lead planet, the black planet, the planet where it has to deal with necromancy. I want to say hello to each and every one of you guys, and thank you so much for your patience, and also thank you for the love and the support that many of you guys have been outpouring. I want to also thank each and every one of my viewers that have commented, that have liked, have shared. That did check it for Apostle. I know I'm coming on early today. This is actually what I wanted to talk about last night, but I had to take care of some business. And what's up there, Latadra, Kiera? We got Taurus and my baby Pisces in the house. As you guys are being notified that we are live, I want to say good morning to each and every one of you guys. This is going to be so worth your time, your energy, and your participation onto this morning. One of the things that I'd like to do, and I constantly try to endeavor to do, is teach universal laws. Universal laws mean that these things are... What's up there? Ronicia in the house, Sagittarius. I hope I was the business. That's Taurus for you. I think that when I teach universal laws, what's up there, Marley Rogers in the house? When you think about universal laws, a lot of times you think about something like man-made laws, that something to restrict you or whatever. But these are universal laws are things that govern the energy, the frequency, and the vibration that keep everything in harmony. When you understand that things are put into place in order for the benefit of all that that align with it, that's why you want to learn universal laws. It is not about something trying to tell you what to do, how to do. It is trying to understand how to function within the spectrum of that energy, or that light, or that frequency. What's up? All right, then. Oh, I'm so glad y'all were checking for me. My Boaz is in the house, Pisces. Marley the Cancer. Now, I also, let me start with, these are the cards that I read from. These are the 72 names of God, technology of the soul. What's up, Mama Susan? How you doing? Yes, I'm going to use her as some examples. But as you guys are being informed that I'm live, the whole purpose of me coming on social media is to share knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Not to tell somebody how to live their life, but bring a light where a grown man or grown woman will look at what is being said or done and say, you know what? That resonates with me. That's something I need to do. A lot of times people are so accustomed to people trying to finagle them and to manipulate them and to coerce them into things. That is not what my platform is about. I teach universal laws. I like to talk to grown people. They know what they want. If they don't know how to do it, they're asking questions. They're willing to invest in what is going on. I am not trying to gain spiritual children or God children or coven or elay in order to become something. I'm already what I am. I am evolving. And I am trying to help other men and women, no matter whether in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Santeria, whether they're Eastern Star, whether they're Mason, whether they're Mystic, whether they're Shamanism, whether they do Hoodoo or Voodoo. It don't matter with me, because I understand all of us apply to universal law. Now, what recipe you choose to use for prosperity and protection or healing or reversal, that is not my concern. But we all have certain principles that have to be applied in order for those things to work. What's up there, Unveiling? And what it be, Pisces? Now, I also want to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Now, I want to help give y'all a little insight into my thinking. So, because I feel like some of y'all missing the boat. I feel like you have the ability to comprehend the words that are coming out of my mouth, but you do not see how it fits into how you interact with me. I don't like to be lied to. I don't like to be taken advantage of. I won't be lied to, and I won't be taken advantage of. There are certain things I have set up to make sure that I arrive at my destination. I tell grown people and I teach information in hopes that you are serious about your life, serious about your spirituality. I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to try to say it slower this time. Maybe you missed it the last time. I am not your genie in the bottle. I am not your genie in the bottle. I am not your bewitch. I am not your Aladdin's lamp. I am not any of this falsity that is out there in the public when it comes down to movies and theater. A lot of you guys you might have grown in age, but the level of maturity is not there. Energy is a science. What's up there, Latoya Moore? Good evening, good and grand rising to meet you. What's up there, my eldest son, Trey, in the house? A lot of your missteps come with fantasy. A lot of your misstep comes with spirit, ancestor, the Impungos, Orishas, demons, whatever you want to call it. There's something that you can control. There's something you can manipulate, and you become the God where you are here demanding people to do your bidding. Okay, maybe, and that is a misconception of spirituality. We are individual tools, vessels being used by spirit, and I don't care if they're in E5, Voodoo, Center. They are spiritual lawyers that present a case to the Orishas, that present a case to the Loas, that present a case to the Impungos, that present a case to the ancestors, the elders, the masters, and based off of that case that we present, based off of who you are as we represent you, is what those spirits choose to grant or not grant. You don't, for whatever reason, you want to still mismanage money and want prosperity work. You still want to have poor conduct and you still want promotion. You still want to walk around with a piss poor attitude and have a loving husband or wife. Alignment means that you attract what you are. And if you want something other than what is in your life, then you as a grown man or woman must make the adjustments and willing to make those adjustments. Things are happening to your life based off of the energy that exists on the inside of you. A lot of y'all with these attitudes that as long as it's been done to other people, you are cool with. But when that energy comes back to you, now all of a sudden other people are nasty or they don't care about you. But that's the energy by which you put out into the universe. The universe only reflects back to you. I don't care if it's Ifa priest. I don't care if it's a Buddhist priest. I don't care if it's a priestess or a mumbo of voodoo. It doesn't matter. Energy is what they're putting out there and advocating with spirit, whatever spirit that be. I am where I am because I adjust those energies based on the outcome by which I desire to live or live in that reality. I have taught nothing different from the time that I started preaching in 2001 on my own church, even when I was in other people's church with the permission of pastor that I was up under to teach certain things. But for whatever reason, you have ego trip yourself into believing that you can conduct yourself any kind of way and you get the same results or the same quality of results than anybody else, no matter what you do or how you do it. I'm sorry, I don't teach that on here. I would not be able to say to this very day that I have 28 years at UPS if all I had to do is twitch my nose and manifest and pay. Why pay mortgages when I can just twitch my nose and just have a house? Since we want to go by bewitched, why can't I do what Andorra do? Just wave my hands and a house pop there, no taxes, no light bill, no water bill. If it was just like that, the universe operated like that in any sect of in the world, whether you're in the United States, whether you're in Australia, whether you are in Canada, it don't matter. Where did you get that concept? What's up, Mary Bond? I have Capricorn as my North Star. I'm a realist. I am a practical person. I believe in conjure. I believe in magic. I believe in sorcery. I believe in a lot of the ATRs that I personally practice. And I don't believe I'm getting on social media and selling you a dream. I believe I am trying to get you to acknowledge the power of your decision and your level of commitment. I want to talk about this tonight, to this morning, about how to frustrate the works of your enemies. To have to break down constantly for grown people. Exactly. For whatever reason. I always tell people, do what you can afford. Let me say it like this. You always want people to understand where you're coming from, but you seek not to understand where other people are coming from. That's immaturity. When you make a statement off of one side of the story, That's immaturity. There's two sides to the story, and then there's the truth. When you get to a certain age in life, you start realizing a lot of your problems come because of how you conduct in life. Huh? If I burn a peace candle, I'm not going to be a peace breaker. If I'm going to burn a stop gossip candle, I'm not going to be a part of the gossip. And that's not something you should have to tell anybody. I don't care if they do hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Congo. It don't matter. You want a good relationship, then you need to be relationship material. You want a successful business, then you need to be business material. You must be what you desire to see in your reality. Some of y'all asking for stuff that you ain't even trying to align. And if that person does come into your life, if that job comes into your life, and this is the stuff that should be getting the likes, this is the stuff that should be getting cash app, this is the stuff that should be supported. But the reason why some of y'all keep running into people bamboozling you, because you first bamboozling yourself. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. What's up there, Madam Oshun, my love? Sagittarius in the house. So let me explain. How do you frustrate the works of your enemy? First of all, if you on my Patreon, if you follow my videos, if you in my classes, if I have done work for you, I give strategies. So I'm going to give you an example while I'm going to talk. First of all, I'm going to deal with Luke, the 14th chapter, 28. I'm going to read this to you, and then I'm going to break it down. Why we doing this on Saturday? Okay? So verse 28, Luke 14, verse 28 says this. For which of you, anybody, don't care about your particular tradition, which of you intending, wait a minute. Which of you intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and count up the cost, whether he has sufficient to finish it. It is so many people that get out here starting wars, and you ain't got enough money to keep peanut and butter jelly in the house. You ain't got enough money to keep the light and the water on. I don't understand how you as a grown man or woman don't understand that even though you in war, you still got to live. Even though you trying to get your husband or wife back, you still got to live. Even though you trying to get your healing, you still got to live. Just cause you in war does not mean that life don't go on. Does not mean you don't have to still interact with people, places, and things. I don't know who you was raised by, ma'am and sir, but I do understand that a lot of this shiggity out here is self-induced. Okay. First of all, it said you got to, if you intend, everything's about intention. Okay, since it's about intention, you intend to go to war, if you intend to build something, then you got to sit down and figure out what you can what kind of cost you can bring to the table. Some of y'all right now mad with other practitioners because they don't want to finance your deliverance. I'm going to say that again. The same reason why you are upset with your mom and daddy for not financing your dreams, your goals, because that, according to you, that ain't love. Because if you were my parent, you love me, then you will finance. You ain't gave me a reason. You ain't showed me enough dedication. If you can't convince your parents to invest in what you're doing because you're not consistent, then why would you want a spiritual man or woman to invest in your deliverance, your help, your protection when you don't give a damn? When you willing to only give a couple dollars? Why you get to give $5 and they got to give $100? Why you get to give $100 and they got to give $1,000? Make it make sense. Why I got to be more concerned about you coming through than you concerned you coming through? Make it make. Then on top of that, you talking about how you feel about how you being handled and treated. No, if you was concerned, certain ma'am, about how you are going to be handled and treated in this thing called life, then you would get off your ass and do what you need to do to make sure you have what is sufficient so you can do what you need to do. And therefore, let me tell y'all something. I ain't out here to tell you what to do, but I'm going to tell you why you keep causing, you can't do what I do. I can frustrate my enemies. I'm going to explain why. It said verse 29, least happily after he have laid the foundation, he is not able to finish it, and behold, it begins to be mocked. It begins to mock him. In other words, you mad with everybody but you why you didn't finish what you started. It's not the practitioner's responsibility to finish your graveyard work. It's not your practitioner's responsibility. It's like basically what some of y'all do. I'm gonna show y'all because only person I ain't gonna say the only. I'm straight up with people. Your cleansings have to be continued. Just like you're supposed to wash your ass every day. Huh? And if you wash your ass and then you go have sex, then you got to wash your ass again. If you wash your ass and you go to work, you got to still come back and wash your ass again. So depending on what you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis, you might have to cleanse more than once. Some of y'all feel like because it costs you to cleanse, that means you don't have to wash your ass. Now you wonder why we looking at you with the stink nose and saying that you stink, or your energy is off, or your energy is not the way it is, because you don't think it's your responsibility based off what you get. That's why, I'm going to say it again. If you've been following me, I teach wisdom. This is why I don't get into other people's mess. That's why I don't tend to other people. I have enough going on to finance what I got to deal with, what I have to deal with other people in my ministry and other people in my life or my children or whatever. I don't have time to be engaging in other people's stuff because I don't have the funds, I don't have the mental or emotional energy to be out here trying to finance other people's dilemmas. You understand? If you come to a spiritualist, then you need to be prepared for what they help you do for your life. You mad with the wrong ass. You don't need to be mad with these cheeks. You need to be mad with them cheeks that sit behind you. You understand? I don't care how flat your ass is. You need to be mad with your knobs. You understand? That's what I'm here to tell you, because this is Saturn energy. It's about structure. It's about structure. You're not looking for structure. You're not looking for information. You're looking for a reason to blame somebody for things that you claim you want, but you ain't willing to buckle down, as Sophia says, like a slut puppet, and be ready for the ride. You want somebody to ride that train for you and then give you the prize when they get finished. Okay. You done lost your ever-loving mind. Okay? So if nobody else tell you the truth, nobody else straight up with you, if everybody decide to talk behind your back, I'm going to tell you straight up. If you've been watching my videos, if you've been dealing with me, some of y'all I don't even say nothing to. Huh? Because you too grown to have a child conversation with you. Huh? You're going to get dealt with just like any other grown folks. You cross that line, you're going to get your ass tore up. You cross that line, you're going to get repercussion for your act. All this, if you in this, you know what you signing up for. Don't let me be. If you can't deal with my personality, I don't need to be your spiritual coach. I don't need to be your mentor, your godfather, because I'm trying to tell y'all the stuff that these other people go for and deal with. I don't do it. I start clamping down on your ass. Huh? My mom, when she came in, things were not right. She did not come to talk. She went to swinging. Okay? Discipline is a part of this energy. God, who God love, He chase. If your godparent really love you, they're going to chastise you. If your tata, your mumbo, who God don't care and they not trying to get on you about something, I ain't say fuss at you, reprimand you, correct you. They don't care nothing about you. A parent that let their child go wild, they don't care about them. I don't care how much they say they love them. Because they not preparing them for this thing called life. Because everybody ain't going to let your child run rampant in their stove. Everybody not going to let your child run rampant in their house. And some of y'all around here talking about nobody can't tell you what to do. Don't worry. They ain't going to have to tell you. They're going to show you what to do. Let me go on. It says, saying this man began to build and was not able to finish. Verse 31 says this. And what king going to make war against another king sitteth not down at first and consulted or get counsel, whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that come against him with 20,000. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this, like I said, my lives are for grown people. I ain't got cheering church. I ain't never been a youth pastor. I always dealt with grown folk. When I was a child, I hung up on my mama and my grandma and my uncle. I always been older people, so I ain't never really necessarily been a child. That's why I thought I was grown enough to marry a woman that was 9 years older than me, because I could knock her socks off. And I found out later it took more than life to have sex, just to having sex, okay? So, I get it. But I'm not 19, 20, and 30. I am 50 years of age. Okay? At some point in your life, you need to recognize that you're at a state that if I'm going to frustrate the works of my enemies, then that takes my responsibility. I have people been through, since this, me getting crowned Oya and getting the preparation and all of this, and Minister Mario getting crowned and stuff going on in our church, and God taking us to another level. I done had bull crap take place with. First of all, let me say this about y'all. I am never going to expect from you what you ain't showed me, what you ain't told me. I never go into a situation hoping and wishing you gonna do right, or you gonna be. If you show me I can trust your word, I'm gonna take you as a man or woman your word. If you show me you are responsible, then I am going to trust you at a certain degree based off of what level of responsibleness I've seen out of you. Okay? The moment I would never build with the unfaithful. I don't care how talented you are. I don't care how gifted you are. I don't care how much I like you as a person. You cannot build with the unfaithful. Okay? I'm not these other people. I'm not looking for numbers. I'm looking for quality, okay? I'm looking for people that resonate so they don't make my magic look bad. They don't let my knowledge, my wisdom, what I share don't look bad. I'm not out here for the numbers. I'm out here to help people that actually want to grow. And then down the road, because I'm a mature vessel, down the road, they're going to look back and say, I appreciate what Apostle Ely said. I didn't see it then. Just like my children, my biological children can look back on what I have shared, exhibited, or told them, and can look back and see whether that was something that helped them or hurt them. You're going to be able to do the same thing. I know what I was taught was valid and good because years later, after going through my own trials, my own situation, my own stuff, it has withstood the test of time. I didn't have to get rid of it. If you are in a situation and you got to get rid of certain teaching and pattern, that means that shiggity wasn't no good. Huh? It's just like tokens at a game place. It's only good in your mama's house. The stuff that you do is only good in that relationship with that man or woman, because nobody else gonna put up with that shiggity. If nobody else explains that you're not that bad of a bitch and you're not that awesome of a man, I'm gonna help you understand. If you are that awesome of a man, that means that what you do is universal. That means it don't matter what man or woman you with, what job, what business you in, it operates the same. When what you do only fits with a particular person, place, or thing, then that means that that person has accepted you for who you are and they're willing to settle and tolerate who you are. Other than that, nobody else wants to. Let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. You can't just pick up and go to the next person. So I don't care how you can burn the same candles. You can use the same honey. You can use the same nectar. Huh? Your dick ain't that good because it doesn't please every hole. Okay? That's anal hole and vagina hole. So we clear because my life ain't for the children. Huh? So we know that if you that bad, that means everybody you sleep with like the way you get down. Now you, sir and ma'am, you in a whole different category. So we got to make sure we fish out grown people and other people out here pretending to be grown. I have too much responsibility to play games. Okay? I have too much people that count on me to tell lies. Because you keep telling lies, I thought it ain't going to take long for people to figure you out, especially Sagittarius. I don't need my gifts. There are certain things I wouldn't dare go to my spirits or try to go get insight on with some of this stuff because time will tell. The biggest tattletale is Saturn. Saturn is Father Time. Time gonna tell on your ass. Whether it's a positive or a negative, it's gonna tell. If you taking care of yourself, you do. My mom used to say, I'm gonna know if you doing what you're supposed to do. If I was doing what I was supposed to do when it came to apostolic faith of Jesus Christ, I would not still have apostolic because I started that ministry in 2001. It is 2023. It is very apparent that I am dedicated. I am committed. I would not be able to say I got 20 years invested in UPS, a 401k. I got stuff going on in my life. Stocks, whether it's up and down, in and out, it don't matter. I am a person that believes in investment. I don't play games with people. Okay? Okay? I just need you to understand what kind of conjurer I am. The word frustrate means this before we go on. It means to prevent a plan or an attempted action from progressing, succeeding, or being fulfilled. Apostle Ely, how do you frustrate the plans and the works of your enemy? First of all, I've had Mother Susan's on here. They've been throwing so hard at me. A couple of days ago, they've been throwing before then. But one of the manifestation of their attack, I had big welts or something on my leg. I had shorts on. I told Mother Susan, they just came out of nowhere. I got welts on my thighs, right? So I pulled up my pants leg and I showed Mother Susan. I said, and she rubbed my leg. She said, look, I said, look at this. So I went and did a spiritual bath. The reason why I'm saying this, Apostle Ely teaches proactive. I didn't have to go make a spiritual bath. In order to frustrate the plans of your enemies or any attempts of mine, you cannot be out here looking for a cleanser, looking for protection. I didn't have to do that. I had things already set up, went into my bathroom, did my bath, did my shower, did my bath. Came back out, it was gone. Just like that. Just like it came out of nowhere, it went out of nowhere. You cannot frustrate the plans of your enemies and the works of your enemies if you do not prepare. Pre means beforehand. A lot of y'all wait till something happens and then you react. You use the reversal after they have already acted against you. Instead of using the reversal, saying if anybody on this job, if anybody has an intention of impeding my success or my well-being, then reverse. The reason why Minister Mario is coming through so successful in his process, because Apostle Ely, if you are under my ministry, I am not a reactive teacher, preacher, apostle, none of that. I believe in proactive works because it minimizes, if not it destroys the works of people before it ever gets through. This is why you can nip that stuff at the bud. I'm going to say it again. If you're trying to nip something at the bud, you can't wait till it turns to a tree and then come out there with you a shovel. Huh? Why aren't you attending to that situation before it? This is why I don't get in other people's stuff. Because I have to be prepared for the stuff that people are going to try to put me in. See, if I'm out there getting myself into trouble, when trouble comes in looking for me, not only do I have to deal with the trouble that's actually looking for me, I also have to deal with the trouble I went looking for. See, I'm never going to teach you to go look for problems. Because if you live long enough, they're going to find you. And you need to be ready for what God or Spirit would have you to do. That's why this is why the scripture doesn't make sense to some of y'all. It said, think it not strange of the fiery trial which are to try you at those some strange things. See, when you are grown and mature, what go on in your business, you prepare for. Because you done been in your business long enough to know the highs and lows. Even in your relationship, you know the highs and lows in your relationship. See, when you are attending to your personal business, you pay attention to the highs and lows. And then, like my mom knew certain sicknesses that I had. My mom knew certain sicknesses she had, and she knew certain sicknesses my sister had. And my mom always had in her medicine cabinet the thing. She was always prepared. Virgo, do not sit down and wait for the last minute to get her done. Some of you guys cannot frustrate the plans of your enemies because you don't first place think that somebody can even touch off on you. When you get into voodoo, somebody coming for you. When you get into hoodoo, somebody coming for you. When you get into conjure, somebody coming for you. When you get into Santeria Lakumi, why aren't you prepared? You're showing up in the military and clueless that you may have to go to war. Yes, it may be peace at that particular time. The idea that I know that my head Orisha is Oya and she's a warrior, I need to be prepared to go to war. Whether she provoked the war or somebody just want to see if I'm really that skilled with my spirits. You understand? So these people decided, because sometimes people don't like the way I talk. Some people think I'm too boisterous. Some people think I'm too flamboyant. I personally, sir, man, don't give a damn. But hey, I'm a Sag. And you being you can also provoke a war. Or if somebody feeling like they need to shut you down, shut you up, put you in your place, or whatever. Whatever. You know, people, just like in the church, people look at you and see you prosper and feel like you doing too much and, oh, God got to humble you. It's the same thing in these ATRs. It's the same thing. You too gay, you too straight, you too, the ladies like you too much, the men like you too much. You think you too cute, you think you too sexy, you talking about, you know, I think you should not be saying that, that disrespect. People got all kind of prejudice of why they feel like they need to deal with you. Okay? You as a grown man or woman, when you get involved into a coven, when you get involved into an LA, when you come to a church, you should be prepared to stand your ground. I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for you as a grown man or woman Not realize, if you are psychotic enough to think that your sister, your mama, your dad, and everybody else working on you, why wouldn't I think you psychotic enough to think that I, as your elder, working on you? If you already got the mindset that everybody trying to get you, what makes me any different? I got to be prepared for your psychotic ass behavior. I don't care how much I want something for you. A part of you frustrating the plans and the works of your enemies is understanding the environment by which you engage. Also understanding having your tools. They've been throwing at me. I told you they were trying to work on my head. Listen, I'm gonna say this again. If I'm a part of your spiritual family, I was raised to be prepared. We cool till we ain't cool. And I'm prepared for the day that we not cool no more. I promise you that I was raised to be prepared. I try to treat everybody right. I try to be nice to people. I ain't never said I was a nice person, but I do try to be nice to people. I try to be respectful. But the day of the moment that you decide to use your pots on me, or your party pimble on me, or your morettes on you, I'm ready for that ass. Because I pay attention to how people walk. I pay attention to how people respond. I pay attention to the looks and the sleek mark. And guess what? I try to coexist with other people, but I am prepared because everybody wants to be the king of the hill. I understand as a male, and especially as a black American man, and as a preacher, you're not accustomed to me being prepared. You're accustomed to me putting on. You think that all black men out here, only thing they're concerned about is how big their thing is and who they can sleep with. You're not accustomed to a business-like black man. You're not accustomed to an educated black man. You're not accustomed to a prepared black man. And you think that I'm coming out here, I need you to teach me spellcraft. I don't need you to teach me spellcraft. I may need to have a better understanding of a particular science. But I'm a quick study. That I am. I'm not looking for somebody to hold my hand and make it all right for me. That's what God's job. God is his unchanging hand. Because man can get tired. God is inexhaustible. I'm already clear. And I learn how to respect. And when I go and deal with elders, I try to help them do their job. If they got to do it for me, or if they got to do it. Now, at this particular juncture, now my padrino has to do it for me, because I cannot self-initiate. Just like I could not self-initiate in voodoo, I could not self-initiate in Palo, I cannot also self-initiate in Ocha, okay? Other than that, I'll be doing that my damn self, okay? So let's be very clear. But at the end of the day, ask any of them. You very little have to show me anything. And you very seldom have to tell me more than once. Because I will study. I will consult. And let me explain something to you about my motto. Okay? See, I didn't get that through a ceremony. I didn't get my protection through a ceremony or an incantation of man. I got that from the divine. The divine mother and father, they gave me, they sent that with me to this earth realm. So when you come for me, I want you to know I was prepared before you started. That's how you frustrate the plan. That's why I'm still on social media. That's why I'm still prospering. That's why I'm still healthy. And that's why I'm still going to get crowned. And that's still why I'm going to, and eventually you're going to be bowing down to me. You understand? That's what's it's going to amount to. Okay? And I understand you got a problem with that, because Joseph's brothers had a problem with Joseph getting a dream and them bowing down. And they end up bowing down anyway. So your attempts, I get that, but you'll end up respecting the power that's in my life. And I told y'all, many of y'all gonna make me famous because you ignorant, because you're not a real spiritualist. You got personal issues with black men, black males. And let me tell y'all something. If you're a black man, if you're a black woman, you get into these ATRs, there's racism, okay? Everybody don't want to see you prosper in these elays. They don't want to see you prosper in voodoo, Santeria, if you ain't of their particular what their thing, right? This is why you need to stay with your ancestors. If somebody ain't showing you they got it for you, taking you as family, you ain't got nothing. You out there by yourself. And this is why I tell you, you don't have to work with me. Find who your ancestors want to work with and work with them. If your ancestors trust them, then you should trust them. Because your ancestors see further, they have a better understanding. What is going on is, no matter what I say, some of y'all think y'all smarter than God. I told some of you guys, I did Jelly Sweet Insect Burn. I told some of you guys, instead of you sending your Cash App, keeping your money protected, you all of a sudden, you're going to become your own spiritual worker. Assisting yourself in spiritual hygiene does not make you a commercial cleaner. Why do y'all take doing personal practical things for yourself as that you are in a place now you can protect yourself, or you can do certain things for yourself? It just makes no sense to me. Are you able? And if that answer is no, then you have to enlist help. And all you're doing, because some of y'all think you're saving money, you're only making the bill greater, because now they're going to have to charge you more to not only fix what your enemy's doing to you, then they're going to have to fix what you done messed up that done got reversed on you because you wasn't strong enough to do what you were trying to do to your enemies, and then got to protect themselves from what all y'all ass is doing. When you don't know what you're doing, you can make it a mess. And what a lot of y'all don't want to do, you want to blame your spiritual. You don't want to clean. You don't want to pay for your own fuck ups, and you don't want to pay for your own cleanups. You made the mess, and you want me to clean it up for free. Who in the cow tongue is you? Who raised you? Who fathered you? Who? I was prepared before you started. I knew you was coming. Huh? I'm a Sag. I have big energy. I don't have little energy. When I walk into an orgy, I already know I'm going to knock off a lot of them in there. I already know. I got big energy. You understand? I'm going to get me. I'm going to have a great time. I knew I was going to have a great time before I even knew who was going to be up in there. That's why I be so excited about going out. I already know I'm going to have a good time. I ain't even got out the shower, and I know I was going to have a good time. I was speaking those things that be not. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. When you are prepared, some of you don't get it. You can get into a war that may last for years. And you only got into that war, and you only prepared for a week and a half. Because nobody raised you to understand. You never start something that you can't finish. The old people used to say, you don't write checks, your ass can't cash. But y'all out there got checks bouncing out. Y'all, Michael Jordan, y'all trying to shoot 3-pointers, and you ain't never did a free throw. It makes no sense. And you don't want nobody to tell you nothing. Keep listening at these people. These people going to get you in so much trouble. And and that's why some of y'all don't believe that Ifa works, voodoo don't work, conjure don't work, shamanism don't work. It ain't that. It's the people that you working with that ain't prepared for the things that they should be normally prepared for. I watch how people give. I watch how people talk. I'm like when you're in the hospital and they be watching the monitor and they watching the rhythm of your heart. I be watching your patterns. When your words don't line up with your patterns, I don't care what you say out your mouth. I don't need my spirits for that. I'm a prepared leader. Before I became a leader of this status, my pastor told me, she said, you're going to be a great leader one day. I said, no, because I'm telling you, just like my kids said, I said, because I'm not going to put up with that shit that you put up with as a pastor. I'm put something on their ass. I ain't said it like that, but you know, I out of respect, I dressed it up, but she ain't here no more. But I trying to tell, I said, no, I ain't, no, I ain't finna do that. No, you chastise with whips, I'm going for the scorpions. Scorpion oil. I'm sorry. I ain't, and at the same time, out of all that, people still who they are. If you out here trying to frustrate the plans of your enemies, you got to first have walls up. The Bible said that a house without walls is like a man that ruled not his own spirit. Where is your protection? Why are you doing your own protection work? Why aren't you allowing your elder, your tata, your mumbo, or somebody in the event so that you can have, I'm going to call it like this. I have enough protection up that before you ever get to me, I got plenty of time to react. The same thing on a football field. Your job as the line is to make sure that the quarterback got time to implement or execute the plan. If you're not giving, if your ancestors ain't giving you enough time, if your spiritual protection ain't give you enough time to even execute your prosperity plan or your building of your house or your relationship, then what the F you got? Why aren't you smart enough to realize that your team ain't blocking for you? How many times you got to get sacked as a quarterback to realize your protection ain't hitting on shiggity? And then some of y'all treat protection like you do roaches. You spray in one section and you think that roach ain't smart enough to walk around the way you sprayed it. You think a spirit ain't smart enough to walk around where you don't put your little powder down or your crystals or whatever. It's 360-degree angles. Did you understand geometry? When you are out here trying to frustrate your enemy, you never, let me give you some school. Let me school you. You never, ever underestimate nobody when you trying to frustrate. If everybody got to come in here looking like a lion to get some respect from you, that ant gonna put something on your ass. That spider gonna put something on your ass. That scorpion gonna put, because in your head, unless they this or that, they can't do nothing. You don't underestimate nobody. You don't underestimate the root worker. You don't underestimate the psychic. You don't underestimate the Polero, the Tata, the Mumbo, because if they're about their magic and their craft and they're consistent and they know how to prepare for a war, that's why a lot of y'all end up getting beat, because you run out of money. Huh? You got more heart than you got money. You got more mouth than you got ass. You getting involved in stuff you ain't got nobody that's getting involved in. And when I tell you to be consistent on certain things, you think that's for me. That lets me know you immature. That's like a man living with you thinking him paying bills is about you. It's all about him. You want this woman to respect you in a certain light, and she got to run you down about what? You know why the women in my church, and let me tell y'all something, most of the women in my church have very little respect for men. Most of them have never had a reason to even respect the man. See, a part of being a good leader and a warrior and all this other great jazz is understand the mindset of a lot of people. Huh? Because she got to go through too many changes to get you to do right. So she's not accustomed to a man getting off his ass and doing what he need to do on his own. And when a lot of women come into my church, and even men come into my church, they don't know how to deal with me because they're not accustomed to a functioning man. They're not accustomed to a man that's prepared. They're not accustomed to a man that knows how to be consistent and not dependent on them. You're not doing nobody no favor when you sit down and count up the cost. When you make a decision as a grown man or woman, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to participate in, it's your personal journey. And whatever comes along with that, you should be man or woman enough to deal with it. That's what Saturn is all about, discipline. That's why Saturn return really F's up a lot of people. When you bring Saturn into people's life, it order messes up most people's life because they don't have no structure in their life. And they don't know how to function in structure. That's whether the structure of a relationship with a man or woman, a business, they create because they feel like they can do whatever they want to do, however they want to do. Let me tell you something about my mom and my sister. My mom and my sister come in my church. They never try to pull rank. Much of a control freak my mother is, she's sitting in the back of the church. Anybody that been in my ministry can tell you that my mother has never sat in the front of my church. I have brought my dad to the front of my church, but my mother has never. She said, "I'm your mother. I'm not intimidated." I just thought she was talking like my mom talked some stuff. But I understood it later in life. You don't have to be the front of the line if you the shit. I'm going to say it again. You ain't got to be heard or seen if you the one sponsoring everything. You let everybody know what you already don't know by how you maneuver. If you want to frustrate the plans of your enemies, stop trying to make people think you more happy than what you really are. Stop trying to make people think you doing better than what you really are. That's why a lot of people they get with me, they realize, like, this is really his life. This is really what he able to do. Just because they're so used to faking it to make it. That ain't what I do over here. And cubic zirconia would not last in my life. If you a fake ass person, I'm going to shatter you like the glass that you are. And we will rebuild, but not with your cubic zirconia. We will build with real diamonds. We will build with real gold over here. I use raw material over here. And you know I'm raw and real. How you think I got my children? I had to go in raw to get children. I don't have time for it, y'all. I'm here to produce. I'm here to accomplish goals. Oh, I see in the Darius guy. Reversal and money. Darius. When you want a happy home, when you want a successful business, you don't make that about other people. It's about, hold on, what my son saying? Getting into warfare, making minimum wages on a bi-weekly check is crazy. Thank you, son. I'm going to read that again. He says, getting into a warfare on minimum wage on a bi-weekly check is crazy. You got to wait 2 whole weeks for you can possibly get another candle, possibly get another working, possibly get another cleansing. Because you know, in that 2 weeks, a whole lot of stuff can happen where you may not be able to afford to get your cleanser. So that means you got to carry that energy, that frequency, that vibration a whole nother 2 weeks. So you might end up with a month to a month and a half of work. And guess what? Energy changes every 21 days. And you would have known that if you were getting into this for the right reason. Because you wouldn't be out here looking for spells. You'd be trying to understand energy, frequency, and vibration. And you would be trying to understand universal law so you would know how to operate in them. Things keep changing. Nothing stays the same. Huh? How I frustrate my enemies? They so frustrated right now because they're like, he ain't even crowned yet. And he able to do this. And he because you ain't, see, you ain't used to fucking with somebody that's prepared. You're not used to a black man that ain't out here ego tripping. That actually can, his check's gonna clear. So you're not accustomed to a black man out here where a woman ain't holding him up. Huh? And especially the fact that I'm a good looking black man. You think that my prosperity and my strength is in my looks. But you weren't raised by a Virgo. My mother told me it takes more than looks, son. It takes more than being good in the bed. It takes more than being fine. See, I was told that, sir and ma'am, before I left my mother's house. Before I crossed over her threshold, she told me that my dick can only do so much. She told me that my looks can only do so much. So it takes more. And I knew that before I ever did anything outside of her house. Okay? So that's what the problem is. Huh? And now you don't realize you done locked up with somebody that ain't nothing to be fucked up with. Okay? And I'm going to ride this. Huh? Because if I got to burn every candle in this garage. Huh? If I got to go and if I got to go to every graveyard in Port St. Lucie. If I got to go to Stewart. If I got to go to Miami 17 times to what's happening on your ass. That's what it's going to be. Huh? If I got to burn gas every single day. Huh? See, when you get into a war with somebody that is committed and dedicated, oh, that's a power. See, you can't play head games and send spirits to me and mess with my mind. Because I'm going to show you. Prepared already, pre-adventure, mind made up, pre-adventure, willing to invest, pre-adventure, capable of adjusting. A lot of y'all can't frustrate your enemy because if you can't recognize that this plan ain't gonna work and you ain't willing to make the adjustment. See, me, if I look at something and it ain't working, I'm gonna make the adjustment. You're messing with somebody. Consistent search for knowledge. I'm not going to sit there and stay in the dark. I'm going to find out. I need know-how. I'm not going to sit there and just keep letting stuff happen. I ain't going to try to figure nothing out. Readiness to apply. I'm not going to gain knowledge and then don't implement it. I'm not going to gain a spiritual tool and not implement it. I'm not going to gain a friend and not, that ain't apostle either. If I'm going to know better, I'm going to damn sure do better. So if you really following me and working with Apostle Ely and you really doing what I am teaching, then your life is going to get better and all the BS is going to stop because you're not going to talk because you ain't got time for it. You understand? Let me burn this on for Darius. Hold on. Reversal and money. What's up there, my Scorpio from Louisville, Kentucky? On a Saturday morning. You can't bring no crap, you can't bring no Captain Crunch to the table. You can't bring no cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. You can't bring no Sugar Smacks. Huh? You want to be honored as a king and all this generic ass cereal on the table. Huh? No name brand cereal. Well, you gonna be a no name brand king. You want honor, then do what it takes to get honor. You want respect, then do what it takes to get that level of respect. Hold on, in reversal. I know they sharp. There said we are victorious. I know that's right. And every one of them. Let me tell y'all something. Mother Susan get a chance as the mother of the church. A lot of people don't get this opportunity, but she get to see a lot of stuff that a lot of y'all don't see. I'm gonna do a video with Mother Susan because Mother Susan want to cut some of y'all ass out, but I won't let her, because I'm gonna cut your ass out because I'm the pastor. She ain't your pastor. But a lot of stuff going on in your life because you don't have no structure. And you don't see the value of structure. Structure is there for your benefit. There is no river of Oshun without structure. There's no swamp with Nana Baruku without structure. There's no Obatala mountain without structure. If you're going to practice real magic, then you need to understand why structure matters. There is no graveyard. There's no tomb without structure. There's no boundaries. There's no Papa Legba. There's no Eshu Iligua without structure, because there must be a dividing line between land and water. Cold and hot. How you going to practice real magic and don't respect boundaries? Or at least understand why boundaries are necessary and structure is necessary. How I'm gonna be a shelter for you when you don't respect structure? You sitting there pulling at the damn beams when you're trying to make the roof fall on both of us, cause you ignorant as hell. Yeah, she said she said yes I do. Bad, but I ain't gonna let her do it. Cause she shouldn't have to. Because I teach and I live by an example. When I went, I put a post on my Facebook page for my members of my church. When I got people that ain't never met me physically out here out giving you, and I'm out here working signs, wonders, and miracles. See, some of y'all ain't around me. You not watching how I get up and go. You don't see me up and down the roads. You don't see none of that. All you see is when I come on social media and I present myself to you in a particular way. But you don't see me rushing in. You don't see me happy. You don't see none of that. She see all that. I'm working on your stuff. My house is not a living house. My house is a working house. I have altars. I have stuff all over my house because I'm constantly doing conjure for me or somebody else. For various reasons. I'm either getting an email, Minister Mario going through what he's going through, and I'm sitting here, and then some of y'all have the nerve. See, if you understood real magic and business, no ma'am, then you would get that. Some of y'all act like I got one client, and that's you. It upsets me in the church because if I went to an orchard, the hoes will wait on me to come around. The hoes got patience. If it's that good, you can wait. If it's that worth it to you, if the good bar is good with nuts, you'll wait on it. How in the world are you going to say how great you think Apostle Ely is and you don't have no patience for it? And the hoes at the orchard got patience to get their turn? The only reason why you are experiencing certain things, you're really not ready for real magic. And then you're going and messing with other people that's their lifestyle. That's their lifestyle. One of the things that I do to frustrate one of many things that I do to frustrate my enemies is that I let them know, do not confuse me with my flock. Do not confuse me with my mother or my father. I am distinctly me. Do not confuse me with the people that you done fucked over in the past. Because I am a different breed. Huh? Because sometimes when you run across especially Christian pastors, you just assume that it's all about the sound effects and the music, and we don't, because most people feel like Christian pastors don't have no power. Well, I am sorry to inform you that you have deceived yourself. But I am glad to inform you that I am not these other preachers. I am not them. I am not fake and I'm not a phony. And I am more than capable of doing any form of magic that is necessary to get the victory. And the resources that I have and have connections to, and you've already seen what you're throwing at me is not working. Because I frustrated your plan, because I was waiting on you. Huh? And I told you was going to help me become famous. I told you were going to do it. Huh? Because you don't like the way a black man, a black, sexy, chocolate, delicious, forever, giving the real. You don't like that. You want me to be quiet and so gracious and I'm a wretch undone? Fuck that. I'm not no wretch. I am fearfully and wonderfully made by divine feminine energy. Huh? I have been, my powers come from a woman. Man with a womb. Universe. Oh, I ain't nothing modest about Apostle Ely. And I don't have to fit into your construction to be a true spiritualist, to be a true pastor, to be if you was a real pastor, you wouldn't be cussing. Really? I guess you ain't read your Bible. God built his church on a man that's all he did was cuss. But I digress. If you out here trying to frustrate the plans of your enemies, then stop out here helping them beat you. Stop out here making it easy for them to get to you. Stop out here pretending that you want what you say you want when they already know you don't want it like that. I'm going to say this again. If you're going to support me, understand, energy does not lie. I would take off my clothes to show you that, to show the individual that what you were throwing at me didn't work, but then I get violated. And then I ain't also going to show my body for free. Huh? My mama ain't raised on food. I told you she raised a Virgo. She's a Virgo. You see that right there? I can use my left hand to return the sun. I don't need my incense. But I got more than one way to put something on people's ass. That's a prepared spiritualist. You want to be in the conjure. Stop going out here budgeting your spirituality and invest. If you trying to get on top of things, you got to make up your mind. What type of clientele do I want? I don't care if you're doing conjure or any form of business. Huh? Any form of business. You as the commodity needs to make a decision. What type of clientele base do I want? And me personally, I want quality. So if other people say he too much, he costs too much, all he look at is Find the one that tell you, oh, baby, I ain't all about money. And y'all do y'all $30 spells, and y'all do y'all $40 spells, and y'all do y'all $100 spells. Y'all do on there. Leave me alone. That's fine. I ain't hating on you for doing what you do. Don't hate on me for what I'm doing. I'm just telling you what I'm looking for out here. And I only want people that really want to do something with their life. Because I want to be able to say one day, I invested into that garden and look at what that garden has become. I invested in that man or woman, and now look at what they're doing with their life. Huh? I'm not out here just trying to get people out of jail so you can go back to jail. I'm not out here getting people healed so they go back and be sick again. No. I'm looking for change. You ain't finna embarrass me. I embarrass you before you embarrass me. When it comes down to spirituality, this is my week that I finish up for, get prepared for my crowning. If you're going to support it. If you made certain obligations, certain promises, and you decide not to keep them, that's on you. But those that have already given, I appreciate you. So do not take this any kind of way as a personal dig at you. But let me say this. On the behalf of Minister Mario, you want to know what was going on. You made a big ruckus about what's going on. And I'm saying it publicly. You might be family, but you have not sent one dime, one nickel, one penny, and one quarter. What the fuck is that? And you hearing that from his pastor and his apostle. Huh? Say that for somebody else. Save all that drama for theater. I live real life over here, real magic. Actions speak louder than words. And keep texting me or bothering me, I'm gonna put y'all ass on blast. And I'm not, normally I don't use names. So, because it's irrelevant. But you keep playing with me, and I'm gonna show you who raised me. I'm gonna show you how down in the dirty I can get. Huh? Because I can always wash my ass later. I'll get as dirty as I need to be to get my point across. Because I'm a true Sagittarius. My moon is in Aries and my rising sign Pisces. I give everybody a chance. But keep messing with me, and you're going to find out. Because let me tell y'all something. What y'all is lucky is that a lot of y'all messing with members of my church. And I'm defending them. And I go based on what they want me to do. But the day, the hour you choose to come for Apostle Ely, straight up. Or the day you choose to come for my children, straight up. The day you choose to come for my family, straight up. Then that's when you're going to see the whole fullness of the God that's in my life. I always respect my members. I can have my opinion, but I don't overstep them. I tell them what I think, but if they cool with certain things, I ride with it. Because that's out of respect for their boundaries. But as for me and my house, I am not. And I know you know it, cause you can easily stop going through him. Come straight up to the door, huh? I will fuck you up with stuff I learned when I was 18, no less than what I know at 50. Keep listening to all these people cause they got pots and this and all that. You better do your reading and understand who you walking up on. I'm a respectable person until you get disrespectful. Okay? I don't apologize for this live. I think it's necessary. I think it's clear. I think grown people need to be grown. I think that people that claim that they want protection and they want to be able to frustrate their enemies need to know how I go about doing that. And I go about that being prepared and not waiting until the last minute. I do what I'm supposed to do. And I trust my spirits and ancestors for real. And I do the ceremony that they tell me to do. All of y'all that don't like to follow instruction and always think excuses. My mom used to tell me all the time, all excuses ain't nothing but lies. And that's all, many of you, that's all you got is a bunch of damn excuses. And you think it matters, and it doesn't. Y'all, my apostle / cousin is pissed because he don't Cause no, that ain't that. I'm not even a person that's go around using profanity like that. But some of y'all think I'm nothing nice. I have a temperament, and you gonna make me escalate. I already don't like you. I already don't like what you do and how you did it. But Minister Mario is his own man, and I'm gonna respect that. Cause if it was left up to me, I'll show you how I really feel. But I'm gonna respect Minister Mario, cause that's his life, and I'm cool with that. If I can respect my children's decision, I can respect the minister Mario, the church administrator of my church decision. I can do that. I'm grown. I can do that. I can like it or not like it, but I can respect it. But I encourage you, sir. I encourage you, ma'am. Knock on my front door. Knock on my door. That's what I'm waiting on. You know where I live. Knock on my door. Come for me. Don't stop going through all these side doors. And I think that as a Sagittarius, that's what irking me the most. Because I know you really want to come here. But you going there. But remember, I'm prepared. Crowned or no crown. I'm prepared. I bet you that. Thank you I hope you share this. And I know they're watching. Share this video so we get some more mature people out here in these ATRs and this conjure, and understand, I am not out here to finance your wars. You finance your own wars. And you pay me to fight them. Okay? And since I'm a church, it's called donations. It's not called derecho. It's not called charge. It's called a donation. Because I'm a church. That's how I operate and function in my energy. My yin and my yang. But to each and every one of it, they got their own form of resources. But as for those that work with Apostle Ely, it's donation based. And you don't donate what you want to. You donate what is being required if you want certain reciprocation. Alright. I almost said, Minister Mario, we all clear? Minister Mario was talking to Padrino last night, just getting things ready for my crowning. And I'm going to say this to my church family. As I go through this crowning, do not embarrass me. While I'm sitting on this throne, do not, if I come off this throne and y'all pulling stunts, what y'all pulling, don't do it. Ask my children how I am. When I come home and I gave you opportunity to do what you're supposed to do, and I gave you plenty of enough rope to get it done, I gave you plenty enough time. All I'm saying is, it's going to be hard to find somebody that's going to be able to do something with the anointing on my life. And you already ain't got that kind of money. All right. My name is Apostle Ely. Thank you so much. Please comment up under this video. Hopefully that this helps encourage you all and do some real studying. Be committed to whatever you practice and learn how to frustrate your enemies. Be prepared before it ever gets started. God bless you.